All right, so let's just jump straight into it. How are creators leaving money on the table? Because we work with creators all the time. And we are surprised. And you said it, like most of the guys are good at content creation, right? So that's what they double down on. But then at the same time, they're building this audience, and they're hungry and they want to buy, but they don't have anything to buy. Or maybe they're just not informed about the offers that the creator has, or maybe the creator doesn't even have any courses. So what are some of the things that creators can do after this interview? What are some of the changes that they can make in their business to, double the revenue or at least grow their business almost instantly?
Yeah, so there's three things that course creators are missing generally that are getting in their way. And like I said, most of them can double their revenue to about 5 times. Like most people can double their revenue in about 3 months. That's kind of the normal. So the three things that they're missing, and these are specifically in this order, is the revenue. They have too low of a revenue per sale. So the amount of money they make when they make a sale is too low. The second thing is that not enough people from their email list are buying every month. And then the third one is their email list is too small relative to their amount of traffic that they've got.
Yeah. So how do we fix those three things? How do we increase the revenue per sale? Yeah.
So this is the one that I start with for two reasons. One, it's the one that can have it's a really big impact that it has on your revenue, and it's really quick. So you can really, really quickly make about 30 to 50% more revenue by doing these things. So there's two things that are particularly quick. The first one is order bumps. Now, most people don't have order bumps in place. And an order bump, for anybody who doesn't know, is someone's gone to buy your course. They're on the checkout page, pardon me, and an order bump is where you have something else they can buy on that page. So there's a tick box and probably 2 sentences about this additional product. And if you have a good order bump that goes well with your course, then about 40 to 60% of people will buy it. We've seen as high as 80%. And typically, the price of the order bump is about a third to about maybe half of the price of your course that you're selling. So if it was, let's say, a third of the price and 60% of people bought it, then that gives you an extra 20% of revenue. And you only have to do like 2 lines of copywriting. You just have to describe what this thing is. And so you can set this up in minutes. Like I had a guy, David, he sells home studio recording courses. And he came on, we had a free call where I explained to him about this. And he was like, I've never heard of these order bump things. Nobody's ever mentioned this to me before. And he was using Kajabi. So I went into Kajabi and he's like, there it is. The feature is right there. I just never knew to turn it on. And he turns it on. And I think it took him like a day to do it. He had like 20 courses. And instantly his revenue was up by 20%. And it's just, I tell you, it actually upsets me when people don't have them. Because I'm like, but it's just there. It's just waiting for you to set it up.
Yeah, exactly. Can you give a good example of what an order bump is? Because you said that you have only two rows or 2 lines to explain what it is, right? So it should be something similar to the product that you're offering in the first place, or something that helps the student go through the course faster, or can you maybe give a few examples?
Yeah, so it's something that goes along with the course. So it could be a workbook that goes with it, or an additional Q&A session. Let's say you've done the course and then you've had frequently asked questions that people have asked about it, and you've gone and interviewed 10 of your best students to find out how did they best manage to implement this. That's just an example. What I'm not saying to anybody is to ever go and interview 10 people in order to be able to put together your order bump. The crucial thing is you need to look through what you've already got. Yeah. What products have you already exist that would go with what you are selling? The biggest mistake that people make here is that they decide they're going to make the perfect order bump. And so they spend 2 months and they don't have time and they don't get around to it and it never gets done, instead of just starting with something. So it could be like an additional course that you've got, or it could be a workbook, or it could be a Q&A, or it could be some templates, or some additional exercises. But it's really, the crucial question is, what do you already have, and out of those things, which is the best fit with it? It probably should be somewhere between a third of the price and the same price as what you're selling, somewhere around, like, if you, let's say your course is $99, then maybe the order bump's like 37 or 47.
Yeah. Could it also be something that you take out of your original course and then sell it separately as an order bump?
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, most people have got a ton of stuff in their course that nobody ever even realized was there, because it's, they've just made great stuff. You could take something out and add it on. Yeah.